Good morning. It's Saturday, May the 11th. We're back at Stinchcomb again, and it's almost deja vu. We've got light rain right now. You know, a couple of weeks ago when we were here, it was raining and cold, and we've got the same conditions again. But sometimes that works in our favor. We've had lots of rain this week here, all across Oklahoma. The North Canadian River behind me here is at flood stage. So the Stinchcomb Refuge here is very marshy right now. We're going to go down again the East Perimeter Road where we found those footprints before and see if we can locate some fresh prints in the mud here. It's going to be very muddy, wet conditions, but we're going to try again and see if we can find some that are castable and make some good prints. So follow us down the trail.
People think it's a hunting blind, which I'm sorry, but a squatch is a lot taller than that. You know, even crouched down, you know, they wouldn't be hidden in it. Some people think it's for their children. They put them in there, keep them corralled while they're out scavenging.
It's unusual. I've never seen a structure like that before.
Only other one I know is over in Arkansas 20 years ago. But I was out here one day and heard a loud branch break just like y'all heard. And I heard voices over there, and I was the only one down in the interior.
And you said you got chased out?
Yeah, that was 2 years ago. I wouldn't come back for the longest time by myself.
And was this here?
This wasn't here when I got chased out of here. This was not, I mean, this has been within the last year. But it looks like it's gotten abandoned now because so many people are coming around it.
Yeah.
There's some pieces here that it would take more than one person to move, to pick up and move.
Well, they also have it weaved in there too, which
yeah,
most people aren't going to take time to do that.
I know, it's unusual. It's really unusual.
I found 18-inch footprints back that way, closer to the parking lot. And that's the ones I took.
Right, that's the ones we wanted to try to cast, but they were washed away.
Yeah. Yeah, there might be some down there if that's where you heard it breaking at.
Yeah, could be.
We could walk over there real quick and see. Or you want?
But yeah, I've never seen a structure like this before, and it's just interesting.
Yeah.
Somebody or something has taken cattail leaves, stems, and packed them all in there.
Yeah.
In the openings. That's unusual. I mean,
some people think that they're trying to mimic a house.
It's really strange.
Yeah.
I see what you mean now, where it's kind of interweaved.
Yeah.
I mean, if it were people, I mean, who would...
They would just stack it. They wouldn't weave it in there.
Who would take the time to... I don't know. It's just really strange.
Now, one thing I don't like is when researchers, like newbies, they'll come out here and, oh, they'll mark it, BF or something. Okay, now you just contaminated that. They see, I mean, they're very visual. They look at everything, and if they see that, I cut it out of there. Same way on that one structure back there. They did the same thing on it, and I cut it off of it too.
Wow. These are busted pieces. These have been shoved in the ground.
Found an X formation right here. Evan spotted it.
And then just right next to it, over here is an opening. That's an interesting opening.
Well, look at that one that's pushed back in there.
Yeah. There's deer trail.
Yeah, deer tend to travel down through there. They're not too worried about whatever's in here. Oh, look right down there. You can see them down there too.
Finding a lot of deer tracks along the road here. We're just walking up this road and we're scouting, looking for tracks. And you can clearly see some deer have been down here. We think they were here as late as last night. So we think they're coming through here last night. And yeah, they're definitely
Well, there was,
We're
2 years ago when I went,
occupying this area for
there was a black
Little
bear
bit.
that had come into the hunt. And I hear that squatch don't like bears, so they're
and here you can see the river and how much it's up,
Good Lord, that sucker's flowing.
and how fast it's flowing.
I'm glad we're not close to it. I mean, you slide off in there, nobody can catch you quick enough.
Yeah. Don't think so. Maybe scratching.
See, I haven't really decided on what that is.
You've seen it before?
Just here.
Oh, really?
One guy said that it's what the squatch will do is he'll get a stick and just do that.
Really?
Yeah. I don't see that picture. I have it in here, but I just don't see it.
That's odd looking.
I posted it to the group.
It's
and
definitely
people
some kind
commented
of
on it.
scratches. It goes way back here and. Huh. Yeah, I remember seeing your picture of it.
And this is right where I found it too.
It's odd.
So that's that same deal. And I mean, that's pretty resilient that it's held up to rain.
If it was. But what would be the purpose of it? What were they doing?
That's a good question.
Could be a cat. I mean, just a.
Could
That's
be
a long scratch though.
You're right.
Could be coyote.
But the
I mean,
problem was
look-
is there was no.
Look at this, all the way over here.
Yeah.
But here's the thing on that. There was no when it was dry out. There was no dirt. You know, like when you're clawing at it, there'd be dirt laying.
Yeah,
There wasn't anything. It just looked pretty much like that.
right.
This is coyote.
Yeah.
It's got mouse bones. And
Yeah.
see mouse bones. Oh, look at that. That's fresh too. There's some little mouse bones.
Owls aren't out this time of day, are they?
I heard an owl back there.
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah, when it's this dark.
Yeah. See, the day that I went out, I heard a screech owl that I got chased out that time.
Got some hair in
And
it.
it was bright,
The hair.
daylight,
Really?
like 10:30 in the morning.
A rodent.
Literally, it scared the crap out of me. I wouldn't come back out here for a year and a
Some
half.
seed.
Really? Here's my footprint I found out here.
Interesting.
How big is it? Like something's been digging at it?
Yeah, like it.
That other one wasn't.
Kind of like a cat scratching on a post, you know?
Yeah, exactly. And then, yeah, that's a cat print.
And put an X in it.
There you go. That will work.
Yeah, they're definitely older.
Boy, that dog's getting closer.
Got the road just behind us here.
Like a trail right there, huh?
Yeah, there's a little trail.
Look at this.
And then
It
just
looks like something kind of disturbed the ground.
and then we found this structure.
And my heel all the way back to the back of it. Yes, it is.
And how big are your boots?
Size 11s.
Wow, it dwarfs them.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, I got one back here. If somebody wants to grab it.
there you go. That was one thing I remember to bring.
Get down in there. About 16 inches.
Crap.
You got it?
That backpack's a
know
little
it.
hard to get back up with.
Kind of put you off balance there.
Thank you. Did you get the measurements? Good deal.
Yeah.
Just showing how the water levels have gone up from all the rain we've had.
Coyote down there.
Oh, really?
He's right in the middle of the. He was running right down the middle of the road.
That's a big one too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it.
Let's go down there and see what tracks are down there.
You can kind of see the toes up here, but it's interesting how that middle part is mashed. There's no tread in that print, and it's deep. It's deep. It's like pushed off.
There's another one the same way.
Find another one.
Same right in the middle. Right here. Right in the middle of it. Pushed up. Here's a big footprint. Another ginormous one. Can I borrow your tape? Probably another 16.
Yeah, we're about 16.
Pretty good sized. Here you go.
That looks like it's going the opposite direction though, doesn't
It
it?
is going opposite direction.
What is that? Well,
Yep.
two of them.
Here's a real nice boot track. You can see the tread, but you don't see any tread in this one.
Yeah, it looks like a big toe sticking
It
out.
does, don't it? You can see it from here.
That's 12 inches. And
One more down here with you had a bigger toe.
the widest
Here's my
part,
wife. She has a big cat.
that's 6 inches.
That looks good, don't it?
It's interesting. Don't see any tread, but right here is a nice, for comparison, there's a nice boot track there
Yeah.
with
Oh,
tread.
A real big one.
So you can see the differences in those two prints. This one I like too. How deep it is, and
Yeah.
That's a real big one. That's kind of deep. Definitely not a shoe brand. Because you don't see toes in it. See right here. You don't see toes.
yeah, sure does. What about a?
Let me get a good measurement on it. Well, 7 inches, 8 inches?
Yeah.
Oh, leave it down there. I was going to get a picture.
Sorry.
Oh, got it.
There's something there. It's just all the prints we're finding. They're older. Definitely since before the last one.
Yeah. Yeah, he must have come out of the woods or something like that.
Looks like about 13. If we take this over to the tip of that, well, it looks like maybe where the big toe is.
What's that?
Oh,
I have to find this trail here in a little bit. It'll end up here,
about
right?
13.
It ends up here, don't it?
What?
The trail. The road? The road.
It goes all the way to the...
By about
I know it ends
the
to the
widest
river,
part
up
there.
the river, stop
Wow.
up here. You run
About
right
6
into
and a
the
half
river.
inches.
Yeah, but I think there's a road that actually dead ends to the river.
Now you can see the,
It's been a while.
looks to me like the big toe right there.
Mm-hmm.
Not as deep as some of the prints we've been finding, but Ricky had a good point that it may have been drier when it came through here. But that's an interesting print.
Alright guys, we've come back a ways, back on Stinchcomb. We're going to try a couple wood knocks. Just did a couple whistles too.
No, sorry, I don't smell it. And string that all together, that's a lot of poop.
Mm-hmm.
That, I don't think that's coyote poop. That's awfully large for coyote poop. You can see some hair in it and some, it's like seeds.
How long ago do you think this
Boy, that's pretty fresh.
been there? Yeah.
Sure looks fresh.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. Guess it could be from a large dog. I don't know. That is some large scat. Oh my goodness.
See all those bobbers hanging out?
Guys, what we're doing right now is we're going to take my human footprint and somewhere in this mud, we're going to cast that. This is just to show skeptics or new people, whoever, that are getting into Bigfooting, maybe the difference between a human footprint and maybe some of the tracks that we've been finding. Like a month ago, we found a trackway that was about a half a mile long, and so I'm going to do a side-by-side here when I get back home, and of the Bigfoot, supposed Bigfoot track and my track, and we're going to compare, and also to prove to you guys that we're not out here walking in mud hoaxing this. I barely want to do the one print right here, but I'm willing to do it for the video and just for our purposes and for education. And I'm like really putting my weight down on this so it really shows up in the mud.
Fantastic. That's a good one. That's a good one. So this is Ryan's footprint, and you definitely see the toes. You see, it's about from tip of the big toe to the tip of the heel is about 13 inches.
Motioning back and forth to make the print.
And then
I wear 10.5 shoes.
it's about 4 inches at the widest there. But you can see how narrow the foot is there, and you see a little bit of the arch here.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to cast this print.
How
Okay.
does that keep it from,
Well, hopefully it'll keep it from running too far, but I don't know.
you need a paddle, or do you have something you...
Well,
One guy said he bought a deal. It's a collapsible silicone deal. You know, it comes with a little spatula. And,
Yeah.
But I don't
what
know.
I've seen that I'm trying a different type of plaster. One I got from the hobby store, and had seen a fellow online using this method of just pouring it directly into the bag and hand mixing. He said just make sure you get all the lumps out. I thought this was an interest. I wanted to try this method because you don't have to carry as much stuff to mix your plaster up. And it's all in one, self-contained, you know, and because you know carrying the water and the plaster it's fairly heavy, and you definitely you know, when you get that in the backpack, you don't want to carry it too far.
Now, is that the whole bag?
I think this was pretty much that entire bag that I had bought.
How much water did you actually use?
Used one 9-ounce standard little water bottle, drinking water bottle. Just pour it gently here. Perfect. gonna have plenty of plaster for that.
How long does it take for this to dry?
Um,
Does it just depend on the weather conditions?
That's probably true, but I'm thinking it's gonna be, I thought the bag said 45 minutes to have a good set. Oh, dang. Oh, that's the mud. Okay, that's the mud on either side of the track there.
So we're getting to the final stages of flopping this footprint over, hopefully. Evans has been working really patiently. He's being very, very careful going around the outline of the footprint with his knife.
I probably definitely need a lot more practice. I was trying a new type of mix, and I think I mixed it too thin, so it's having and besides the humidity is really high today, and it's having a hard time setting up, getting hard, and so we've been at this over about an hour and a half, so trying to get underneath it enough to just flip it over, but with the high humidity and the ground is so wet, seems like it's having a real hard time setting up. And I think I might have poured it a little bit thin. So definitely a good practice run. And we'll just keep working at it slow and see if I can just get underneath it and just flip it over. Then we can let it dry thoroughly for a week or so and see what we got. Fantastic. Okay.
All right.
Now we'll let it dry thoroughly for about a week or so, and then Ryan will start kind of slowly cleaning the mud and clay and dirt off of it, and we'll see how it ended up.
All right. Thanks, Evans.
Good practice run, and we'll see how it turns out.